All right. What's going on, guys? Matt Marinoff. It's Real Estate Recovery Group's live streaming time. And today we've got Anthony Joseph Rivera, the Singing Realtor. Right?
That was good, but it's more like, listen, guys, this is Anthony Rivera. It's your Singing Realtor. Oh, yeah. Woo!
All right, I'm sure I got you. So I've known Anthony for a little time now. Anthony was actually, if you remember him, at my short sale boot camp last year, and one of the guys floating around with a camera, taking pictures of people, and he graciously, gave us some of the pictures of the event, which was really cool. That was a pretty powerful event. Obviously, everybody knows my whole thing is people for profit.
Absolutely.
You are known as the your singing realtor, right? That's your hashtag.
Absolutely.
Or it goes by singing realtor or whatever that you go by. I guess you got a couple of different hashtags out there. But basically, the reason why I wanted to have you on was a couple of different things. One, I love your style. I love the stuff that you put out there. There was a video that you did that just blew up. I mean, it was crazy, bro. And you're in it and you're singing and you're talking about the listing of the property and blah. How many views on that one video?
So this, I'll start back from the beginning of how it all just came about. The video grossed over 13,000 views. This was an idea that came to mind because I wanted to be different. Everybody who knows me knows I'm not shy. I love the you could say I love the limelight. You put me in front of a million people and I could talk nice and calmly. But I do love to sing. I do love to write, so it came to a point where I was like, you know what? Let's incorporate that. Everybody's doing the same video, the pan left, pan up, pan down. Here's the, what I'm saying? I said, let's be different. So I actually got my sellers involved. This was pre-COVID-19. I got both of my sellers partners, B&T Home Buyers, Ruel and Linden. We had this shout out to Ruel and Don, aka B&T Home Buyers. Whoop. And we started with a short sale, picked up the short sale, and it went smoothly. The bank, went smooth. It was one of the very first ones that actually goes smooth. And they renovated it. I said, we got to do this different. And I had the idea of making a music video. I have a producer, Jonathan Santana and Efren. They're out in Jersey City, so shout out to them. And my marketing team, CHINO Marketing Designs, Roger Cordoba, aka Chino. We put together the song first. I wrote the song, and it happened to be to the Tones and I instrumental, and it worked because it's like, oh my God, I have a house that's right. So take a chance and please just stand right by my side. Everything I talk about incorporates the actual real estate process. In the beginning, you're dealing with buyers who don't know what's going on. So take my hand and stand right by my side. I'm the real estate agent who wants to guide you to the finish line, which is the keys in your hands. Every lyric in that song is incorporated to real estate, to what you're seeing. From the backsplash, the open concept, the basement, the master bedroom, the freedom of the house, the envisionment that this house can be yours. And, if it wasn't for the COVID-19, I would have actually had a couple of buyers of my own. I could have double dealed it. But, COVID-19 happened. Then I wound up transferring agencies. And, ultimately the listing stayed at that agency because that's what the contract states. Sucked, but is what it is, Luckily, like you said, people before profit. And although I'm not getting the benefits of it, my clients, Ruel and Don, they have the house under contract, reluctantly by a person in my office, Joe Costello. He's KW Parkviews. I brought it to his attention, saying, look, this may be something your buyer may like. So in the end, it all stems from marketing. Marketing is a big push in this now, so without that type of marketing, without that exposure, without that necessity to put it on the map and the radar, you're going to have minimal chances because we're past just doing the MLS. If you just put on the MLS and rely on that, it's hit or miss, pricing everything right, building the trust of your clientele, having that freedom to expose them intricately and creatively is what I want to do. You know, like I'm still learning in this, but I like to market my own way. I love the whole singing aspect of it. I'm not shy. I incorporate it. It's just something to stand out. Everybody has their niche. You know, a good friend, two good friends in the luxury markets, Tom McCarthy and Peter. He's known as Dr. Real Estate. Always stress that. Look, you got to be outside the box. Look at Josh Barris. You know, very good friend. Always outside the box with his
He's
listings.
all right. He's all right. Let's not promote that guy.
I love that dude. he always has my back and comes to my listings. But like
Josh,
you said,
Josh and I actually worked on. We tried to work on a short sale together, but the homeowner was just so like secretive, and they didn't want to put documentation, and the guy was really sketchy. You should ask Josh about that. It was one of those in and out. So if you're not going to cooperate, my company's not going to be involved. But go ahead. Sorry.
You brought up a great point. Like within real estate, cooperation is clutch, whether you're double dealing or not. And secrets can't be on the table because, especially in short sales, as you know, a secret could blow up a deal in a heartbeat. And cooperation, cohesiveness within agencies and interagencies. Like it's the main point is to get the job done. We have to get the job done. We have to work together. Whatever way works for every agent's different. Every short sale specialist is different. Matt Marinoff, Mr. You get the job done. You go hard for your clients.
100%.
There's always going to be haters. You know what I'm saying? Before, what was my demise in life is that I wanted to prove, I wanted to impress. I'm no longer like that. In this business, excuse my French, you don't give a fuck about what people think because you're not there for the people. You're not there for the friendships. You're not there for the likes. You are there for the clients. As long as you have that mentality, your client first, your information, the material, you market, and the most important, and many, your top agents, your medium agents, your agencies will say this, you have to invest in yourself.
100%.
In my old agency, like it was a small running joke that, oh my God, you're just spending money. And I was always the kind of person, even in high school when I wrestled, I had to be the best. I had to work, I had to invest, put in time, work at different high schools with the best wrestler to become the best wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And in real estate, listen, I took about $20,000 to $25,000. I got one of the best cameras, Nikon D850. I got the Mavic Pro 2 drone. I have the Matterport camera, 3D virtual tours. I have a marketing company with Roger Cordoba. It's investing, but now with the whole COVID-19, it's blown up. Like I'm legit averaging a good amount of money daily and weekly, and people, I'm off the radar right now. Like people think, oh, he transferred to KW, he's not doing nothing. Like realistically, I'm moving my dominoes in a certain order because now, while I was at Mid Realty, they helped me build the foundation, and now I'm expanding. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to evolve, and I want to help clients better. The more you can enlighten yourself, empower your systems. As you know, short sales, systems are the most crucial aspect of a short sale. You don't have a good system, your shit's not even going to get off the ground. And that's where I'm at now. Like there's never bad blood. I don't got time for bad blood. I loved my old agency. I will always love them. They did a shit ton for me. When I was down and out, they brought me in, and now I'm at KW where they love me there, and the much respect, the systems, the resources.
Well, we'll talk about that. You talk about cohesiveness between agents and agencies. So that's the perfect segue right there.
Absolutely.
The fact that you were with your first agency, how long were you with them for?
Let's say 3 years. 3 years, yeah.
Got your footing, got your bearings, kind of like, found yourself and where you wanted to be and who you wanted to be. You made a jump. Obviously, you're with a different agency now, which is fine. And, who knows if you'll stay with that agency forever? Who knows? Maybe one day you'll end up breaking off and building an actual brand of Singing Realtor broker, and actually being a broker and have your own format or whatever it is. Look, in this type of environment that we're in right now, you have to stand out. You have
absolutely.
You have to offer a different type of value, something that's really going to grab somebody and shake them up and make them think, look, I can go with the norm as far as real estate, or I could get like a really nice brochure, or I could go with a really sleek looking like video, a real production. And listen, not for nothing. I'm not saying I'm for the environment. I'm not saying I'm not like against the environment, but I think that techies, the fact that somebody can have the ability to do the stuff that you're doing with your audio and your visual and everything else, I think something like that is going to win in the end. And I left the links up just the way you sent them to me on this. So if somebody wants to go back on a later date, look at those links and look at some of the stuff that you've produced and put together. Yeah. They should take a look at it. But it's definitely like the cohesiveness between, the agents and the agencies. Now, you left the door open. You said they did a lot for you. But you wanted to grow. You can't hold somebody back from growing. Right? My thing is, if you're not growing, that you're dying. So exactly, it's important to grow. What is your take right now, based on the environment that we're in, where everybody literally wearing a mask? And I know that some home buyers are a little scared and it's sketchy and they feel out of sorts with it. But I mean, look, people are still buying properties. There's bidding wars going on right now. People are freaking out about mortgages, and they're worried about really just a handful of people that might not have the money to put down. But there's a ton of people that have money to spend that have been saving for years, that basically are looking for the right environment, the house themselves. So what would you say to somebody right now that's watching this that might be an old school real estate agent that might say, hey, you know what? Love to approach Anthony, but I don't know if he's going to accept me. I know you're approachable because I know you, but what would you say to somebody that doesn't know you, that's going to watch us on a retake? It's going to be shared. It's going to be on the internet for forever. What would you say to somebody that's looking at what you're doing? Do you invite other people to talk to you? Or are you willing to collaborate?
And this goes back to how I was raised. I'm like a broken record with this one statement, but my mother raised me a certain way. I have to honor that name. She's up there above in heaven, guiding me along the path that I need to take. I'm gonna fall, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna prosper, I'm gonna rise out the ashes like a phoenix. But what she always stated is, you have to remain humble. Cohesiveness now more than ever is huge, because you mentioned a couple different points. Like, people are scarce about letting people in houses with what's going on. Yes, the curve's dying down, but there's still something out there. We're still not at 100%. Right. So cohesiveness between agencies, interagency cooperation within the same agency is even stronger and more important now, because, for instance, I have a listing. I've never been the agent to give a shit about double deal. I got double deal. I'm gonna keep it for myself. It's about the client 1,000 billion%. And with that being said, even now I have listings. I have a lot of friends in a lot of different places in terms of the agency category. I pride myself in always being informed. I'm the one that's at a lot of events. I sacrifice my time and offer my time, take pictures, videos. I always want to meet everybody I can meet, because there's always someone doing it better than you. There is always someone to gain enlightenment from. And unfortunately, there's always going to be someone wanting to drag you down, wanting to hold you back, negating your actions, your plans, your attack, your who you are. Everybody has a why, and my why is because I want to be the best version of myself for my client. I want to help as many people as I can. Everybody who knows me, truly knows me, knows that they can call me at a drop of a dime, and if I'm able to do it, we schedule it. Whether it's video, whether it's showing houses for my clients or showing houses for a fellow agent. Doesn't even have to be from the same agency. I've never got the notion of people that frown upon that. Oh, stay within this agency. It's our agency. The whole entire goal is about the fucking client. The client. If I can help you successfully get the client's needs met, listen, karma will come back, and karma got me. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand people who are greedy about themselves.
Listen, let's talk about ethics, and let's talk about morals in real estate. Now, I'm going to say this. I've been trying to get you on here for quite a bit. And you said, Matt, I'm not blowing you off. I'm just really super busy, which is fine. So I finally got John here. One of the things that stuck with me was the fact that you do have ethics and you do have morals. and I'm sure that rolls over into the real estate industry.
Yeah.
What would you say to somebody that's a real estate agent that doesn't have morals, is not ethical, and is in real estate? What's their lifespan going to be like in this type of industry?
The longevity is going to be slate. Look, they're going to win big time in the beginning. They're going to get all the paper. They're going to get this. They're going to get that. But this industry of real estate is not a sprint. We're not Usain Bolts. We are here on a marathon. We are here to jog in a strong pace to help as many clients as possible before our time runs out. You know, every agent in this game, from what I've got from other top agents, is that, you know, after a certain point of time, you've accomplished all you've accomplished, and you set out to enjoy the rest of your life. You know, while I'm within that span, I want to do this ethically and morally sound, which means when I say ethically and morally sound, I'm not thinking about the commission. There's not dollar signs over clients' heads. I'm not being sneaky and tricky, trying to keep a listing for myself when I know I can expose it and get it under contract faster if I market it out. I'm not stepping on agents' toes. I've never stepped on agents' toes, nor will I ever. You know what I'm saying? And that being said, you got to go about this correctly, because this industry, and you and I know, Matt, New Jersey, as big as it is, it's small when it comes to real estate. Everybody knows everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love to sing. I love to dance. I get it pop when people know when I go to events and the right song comes on, I get it pop. And it was a great feeling, like this past AC at the convention,
right,
that people knew me. Like, I partied with everybody. It was a chill time. Nobody could ever say, oh, he's an arrogant asshole. Oh, he won't go above and beyond. Oh, this and that. But at the same token, I always tell people, do not let the kindness, don't let the suit, don't let the humbleness fool you, because if you slate me, you're going to see a totally different side. And yes, you're going to put me into the asshole category, because I'm that 1,000% as well. But ethics and morals, it's got to come strong. It's if I feel like an agent's jeopardizing the client situation, I got to intervene. You know, I always come to the agent first, like, yo, my man, or yo, shorty, like, are we going to do this correctly, or do we got to get brokers involved? You know,
right.
I go with proper protocol, because you as agents, we have to try to smooth it out ourselves.
You know, which is funny, because you always have to stay humble, right? Like you say, be sincere, be down there with people. You know, there was a short sale that I was working on. You inquired about it. We had multiple offers on it. You didn't get it, but I did say that if anything popped up in that area again, would I reach back out to you?
Absolutely.
Well, I got a surprise for you. Because I do have something coming up. It is not a short sale. And as soon as everything is locked up, you know, you're probably, I would say, within the top 5, definitely within the first 1 to 2 first phone calls that I'm going to make to come out and take a look at the property.
That's what's up. And
that's about doing the right thing. That's about being sincere, you know, being down to earth with people. Look, I don't know any other way but to be sincere. And for me, I'm always humble. Sometimes people take how I act the wrong way, but I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm here with helping people that are in trouble, that I'm almost more guarded for the homeowner themselves. I want to make sure that, you know, this situation gets taken care of. This particular situation is not a short sale, and I know that there's a number that's being worked out right now, and they're well aware of, you know, what's going to happen, and they're okay with, you know, everybody, you know, making something, you know, a little taste or something to eat, because, you know, in the end, you know, you're not making money. You know, you can't do stuff for free, but I am about, obviously, the people before profit. But it's better, but you are better to always be humble, be open with the people, definitely be sincere, and not for nothing, but you never know where you're going to end up. So let's say you're at, like, you know, top dog, and all of a sudden everything crumbles down, because you never know where you might be in that scenario, or be in that scenario ever again. And quite honestly, nobody wants to be in a scenario that you're failing. You have to have some type of success. If you look over my shoulder here, the first one looks like a wishbone, the other one looks like a zigzag. And that's the first right there, the wishbone. The wishbone is usually where people are fail or they succeed. And I tell people, look, if a life was so easy that you could flip a switch, you'd be like, you know what? Today I'm going to succeed. You know what? Today I'm going to fail. I'm not going to get out of bed today. It's so much easier, you know, like Rocky always talks about, right? Well, there's my Rocky picture right there. It doesn't matter how many times you get hit and knocked down. It's how many times you get back up again. Now,
Exactly.
I know you've been knocked down emotionally. I know what happened with your mom destroyed you. You know, I know, like, you know, you're basically a little more insight in who you are. When you convey that to people and people see that you're so real, they're going to want to accept you and they're going to want to work with you. I don't like people that are fake.
Yeah.
I don't like people that are yes people or they do the neck thing, like they know what you're talking about, but they have no idea. It's okay. Express the fact that you don't know. It's okay not to know something. It's okay to get educated in something. Listen, I learn stuff every single day. In my environment that I'm in, short sales, it is forever changing right now.
Absolutely.
You know, the environment that we're in right now, people need to really work with other people. Don't act like you're the best and you're the greatest. Look, I could always post all the amazing things that happen, but I choose to talk about the harder things that happen with homeowners.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're that same type of person. And obviously, you know, it's important. You always have to stay humble because you never know tomorrow you get hit by a bus. Anything could happen.
Exactly.
We had somebody that I did business with in the past, and this guy was really not that nice. And I chose to walk away from doing business with this person. Well, then I found out, I think he had an aneurysm. Had something happen to him. He's in a wheelchair. He can't speak. He can't talk, you know. And it's like, you know, nobody wants to say to somebody, you know, you deserve it. But he didn't even listen to his doctor. He wasn't feeling good. The doctors, don't get on a, I'm hearing this third party. Don't get on a plane. Don't go traveling. Don't go. Your lifestyle has to change so you can get better. Nope. So sometimes, you know, karma can catch up with you when you least expect it.
I believe in karma. I really, really do. Like, you recently just interviewed a real good person of mine, Christopher Chen. Perfect example. You know, the dude's heart is beyond anything I've seen. What he does for his team. He's needed me, you know, several times. He knows I do the drone pictures. I've come out short notice doing like little events for his listing. Never asked for a dime. He would hook me up, and nah, Chris. It's about cohesion. You know what I'm saying? We help each other out. Chris came with his team member Brittany. They came to my open house when I was the one I did the music video for. They endorsed it. It got crazy. It was a crazy open house. They actually stood and helped me with clients. Like they would take notes, give the notes to me. Never saved anything on the phone. Wrote on paper. Yo, and here we knew you were busy, and they helped with the food. They helped with picking up the signage. That's what I'm talking about. Like we cannot forget who we are. We're gonna need helping hands. It doesn't have to be from the same agency. It's great when it's from the same agency because you know your team got you. My team at Park Views holds me down tighter than shit what I ever could have expected, and I'm truly humbled and honored. But like the interagency personalities have to come into effect too, even now more than ever, because he can have a listing that my client's in, and if we're not in cohesiveness, I don't even know the info. He doesn't know my client needs it, and in retrospect, his client doesn't even know that they could possibly get something under contract. You see how it always reverts back to the client. You know what I'm saying? Like surrounding myself around positivity, surrounding myself around good aura, surrounding myself around those I can learn from is what I need, what I will always want to be around. I'm 33 years old. I don't got time to be around the bullshit. I don't got time to try to prove to you. If I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I always said that in life. I don't give a shit if you don't like me. As long as your actions don't affect me helping my clients, we're cool. This is America. You can choose to say, be, feel whatever you want. But in this instance, I can only choose to control me. I'm the one riding my bus, controlling my destiny, my path, where I want to go. You know, I don't give a shit if you don't like it, or they don't like it, or he don't like it, or she don't like it. I have to make myself the best version of myself daily so I can accomplish the task of helping the client, being the best version of myself, knowing the industry, knowing what's changing, knowing that I can evolve. Evolution's huge. Look where we were 3 years ago. We didn't know this corona shit was even a thought. Fast forward 3 years later, we all got forced really fast to evolve or die out. I know of agents who are struggling because they're not used to this change. And I've helped a lot of them, yo. Like I've helped yo, don't even worry about the cost. Let's do some video. Let's get the presence out there. Where's your listing? I'm gonna meet you at the listing. Let's get a video. I'm not put the agents on blast, but I've done with my marketing team, Chino, we've done 7 videos. And by the grace of God, the 7 videos that we did for 7 agents are all under contract from the exposure of freaking video. Again, we're in new time. We're in new times, and I'm blessed.
The people that you do the videos, whatever, is there like a watermark on the video? Is there something on there that shows that you guys use your production company?
Yeah. So if every video that we do, at the end of every video is our logo, the way it pops up, the way it materializes in the video, it lets you'll know our videos. You'll know who did the video.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
At the end of the video, there's a service that you can reach out to, and I'm going to give you the information when we go off the air. I don't remember the name of it. It's very reasonably priced, and basically what it is you get a code, and if they put that code in and say, hey, message me on this thing, whatever, and then they send you a message like, if you want to know more, message me here.
I want that. I definitely want that, because that's an intriguing way. So you have the video, and then it's like a barcode or some shit like that, right? And it gives you the information on the property.
You could either put the information on the property, or it could basically they could literally, look, I want more information. Like, this is my more information code, right?
Yeah.
And then you basically respond, and that code is for that specific thing. Versus somebody texts you and, hey, what's up? You don't know what they're calling you about.
Exactly.
It's just a different marketing tool.
And it breaks the barrier.
Yeah, some people don't like. Listen, in this world, there's a lot of people that are real estate agents, which I found over the last 15 years, they're very introverted. They don't like. They don't like to interact. They don't want to talk on the telephone. They want a text message. They want to email. It's not even because they want to have a paper trail. It's really because they just don't want to talk to people, which is okay. Now what I'm finding is that because of what's happened over the last, two so months, that people have been locked in their houses like cages. People maybe not like people. Now they're going stir crazy. You know what? Maybe I'm not an introvert. Maybe I just needed a time off from life, and they needed a reboot, and they want to get back to life. So
this COVID-19 has sparked and forced a lot of change in a lot of people. It's shown people who they truly are, what they need to do to adjust, what they need to do to change, and it's not the demise that they are going to meet.
Yeah,
it's of the utmost importance that it always circles back. Evolution is key in this industry, whatever industry you're in. If you're not evolving with the times, you're going to get left behind. That's a fact, statistically proven.
Right.
Who you in this time, in this era, are you gonna choose somebody who is taking pictures of your listing with the phone, or somebody who comes with the gear? Like you're gonna choose me. I'm coming with the Nikon, the drone, the cinematics, the exposure, the marketing. I learned this from being out. When you first met me, the camera I had was a entry-level Nikon D7000. I had to learn a lot about that, Fast forward to now, I've been lighting myself books. I mean, I don't like to read because of my eye situation, but audible books on Nikon. What's the best? Frames per second, slow-mo, exposure triangle, everything, until I upgraded to my camera. The body alone was $3,500. Each one of my lenses are $1,000. My highest lens is $2,700. But guess what? I'm able to produce product. I looked at the first picture I did. I have a file. I looked at my first pictures I did on my Nikon D7000 to now. I'm like, holy shit, like evolution. and I'm only getting better. You know, like I reach out to my mentor Chino, and this guy I know, Jonathan Ayala, John Focus. He does photography on only like majority of his shit is the millionaire properties, and he gave me some dope tips to increase the clarity and the perfect behind my pictures. So you know, it's as long as you're learning every day, humble, circle back around, cohesiveness. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't have these people didn't have to give me the gems. These people could have said, yo, come to one of my shoots. I'm gonna charge you 700. Then you could just watch me. Nah, my
Mm-hmm.
man gave me the info. Um, and when people do that, you always gotta remember when people reach out and they help you, you have to reciprocate. Reciprocation is key in this industry. This is not this life in general. You cannot take.
Nah.
You have to give. And I live my life by giving without expectation. If I cannot stand and it's happened, you know, family, blood, not blood. I cannot, my pet peeve is people who are so quick to say what they did for you, but not taking a
Right.
step back and realizing what you did for them as well. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like we've both been in situations where we know we've reciprocated, but people's anger or frustrations lead them to single-mindedly say what they did, not really realizing that our actions are partially concurred to what they've been able to do. You know, so again, rolling back around to being humble, being sincere, lending a helping hand. Like this is not to be taken any way wrong. I help the homeless, but I do not have sympathy or empathy because I was homeless. I had a very rough time in my life where life was borderline. I gave up a lot of times, and somehow, you know, my mom's kept me going, kept me on a path. And when I drive, you know, everybody knows when they're on the Carter Highway, there's several spots where homeless people, the people call them beggars or with cup walkers. I don't give them money. I give them food. Some I've given opportunities. Like, look, you know, do you want a real job? And they're content.
So
People who,
you tell me that you were actually homeless?
yeah, you know, I had a rough patch in life. After college, I got into social work. Then I had a severe injury. I had part of my eye ripped out. I wound up being blind for about like 2 to 3 months. Workers' comp up in Buffalo, New York wasn't shit. I wound up defaulting on rents. I got evicted. I had to sell my car, and I legit had to. Yo, you know what the feeling is of scrounging around in garbage cans for food? Like, I get it. I understand, which is why I don't have sympathy or empathy. I rather give the notion of empowerment that you can make the change. You can be your own change. Look where I'm at now, and I'm still not where I want to be. I'll never be content. I'm
Mm-hmm.
living good. I'm not living paycheck to paycheck, but in my mind, I tell my mind I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because it forces you to grind harder, grind more intricately, being different. Like I'm getting my domino pieces in order. You know, I'm learning my systems at KW. I'm getting back on track the way I need to be. And ultimately, when I hit the ground running, I want it to be a snowball effect to the point where it's like, okay, one right after another. And it's going to come. One important thing, and I'm sure you know this, we all have to stay in our own lanes. What that means is, I'm not in your lane. I don't know shit about short sales. I don't know how much money you make. Why do I care? Why do you care what I'm doing? My lane's not going to help what your actions, your ambitions are.
Right.
So as long as everybody stays within their own lane, they're ambitious, they're about ethics and morals, and they're strong with their values and who they are with their confidence, they're gonna go a long way. Longevity is clutch in this industry, or any industry for that matter.
Right. So you went from being homeless. You're obviously back on track. You're having a good time doing it. For people just tuning in that maybe they don't know who you are and they don't know what you're about, you know, you're the Singing Realtor. So let me ask you this question. Where are you going to go with that? Because
So
listen, let me ask you why. Because obviously, you know, you have a certain style about you. You got to clean that shit up on your face, bro. You got to clean it up. You got to
listen,
be tight looking because right now it looks like crap.
Yo, so my barber's finally going to be available next week,
Yeah.
but I've had such a hard time growing facial hair. I wanted to, so this is all going to be trimmed. It's all going to look nice. It's all going to
Got
be
you.
professional.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
this is you know me. You know I'm always fresh. You
Bro,
know,
I
but
was shocked when you popped on. I was like, yo, who the hell is this guy?
but so I took a whole month and grew it out. I haven't touched it. Growing it out. So when they do cut it, everything's symmetrical, everything's nice, everything's perfect. So I had to talk about sacrifice. I had to sacrifice, just a little bit. So
Yeah.
the mask is left.
Yeah. I got you. But where are you gonna go with the singing? Where do you want to end up? I mean, do you want to be a professional singer?
Oh nah. I've tried that route. That industry, you thought real estate was cutthroat? That industry is crazy cutthroat. Like I've tried out for American Idol and The Voice. There's 3 rounds you got to go through before even getting on the show. I've made it past a couple of rounds, and there's the final round. But listen, there's singers who blow me out the water, and they didn't even get chosen to go to the second or third rounds.
Oh wow.
It's a lottery shoot. You gotta think. There's thousands and thousands of people, and the people that make it. There's people I've talked to the people who made it. Like I've oh fuck, I forget his name. It was a guy who's doing well now in the industry. He tried out 8 times, before getting on, and he's a multi-millionaire singer. Platinum recording artist. It's not my thing. It's one of those things where you have to devote your life, and people don't realize.
Ryan Seacrest tomorrow ring your doorbell. And it's like, yeah, let's go. You're gonna be on the next American Idol. And are you down?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, you just told me, you tried it. It's over. You don't want to do it.
If the opportunity rises like that, you take it. You take it because you don't want to live with the thought of, damn, what if?
Correct.
I'm not a what if guy, but that's just the realism behind it. What if you try everything? If opportunities fall into your lap, you have to just go.
Right.
Because the what if will freaking eat you alive.
Right.
You ask anybody. But as far as the Singing Realtor, evolution is everything. So I'm going to ride this train till you're not going to be the Singing Realtor forever. I'm not going to be singing at 50 years old. By the time I hit 40, it's just the whole brand is going to change. And everybody.
You don't know, but you don't know that.
Yeah, we don't. So, I mean, you make a good point. Like, we ride this till the wheels fall off,
So in 2005, when I started in short sales, people are like, yo, short sales are going to be around for like 2-3 years tops. That's it. Get in and get out. So in 2005, nobody knew who Matt Marinoff was. People are like, what the hell is a short sale? In 2007, I started to become known for short sales.
And the finger.
Well, the finger came later.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, it was more like that. And then, people mistook my confidence for being arrogant, or my facial expressions for being, oh, he's stuck up. The truth is, I am far from being stuck up. I'm a very down-to-earth person. I'm a very caring person. I love my kids, my family, everything. Which is, in this type of environment, when people were getting out of the industry, my business started to heat up. So when they got out, people were like, oh, short sales are dead. I'm like, dead? What are you talking about? I've been doing this for 15 years. I'm like father time now, I feel like, because I've been doing this full time. Writing a book, offering, information in the book to help people, show people what short sales are about. Some of the untold stories that people are going to be, tuning into and they're going to be hearing about. I'm putting my full story in the book so people can understand more about who I am and why I am, quote unquote, the short sale savage, the making of the short sale savage. So this is just the next chapter of my life. Now, a couple of years ago, and if you remember, last year, we were talking about 2020, 2021, where the market was going to adjust and that there was going to be an adjustment. and that people needed to be ready for it. And people are like, oh, yeah, we see things changing, what have you. But now it's almost like a trifecta because you've got the modifications that were failing from 2013, 2014. Then you've got also the back inventory from 2008. Then you have, you got the COVID-19 that popped up out of nowhere, right? So you have all those put together, and it really puts people in a vicarious situation where they don't understand how short sales work. So, I'm telling people all the time, listen, you know what? Go to my Short Sale 101 group page. We left some serious golden nuggets last night, Leah and myself on the group, talking about Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae. We were talking about portfolio loans. The information that we put out there is very intense. It is not something that you can learn overnight. You can read as much as you want, but Leah made a really good point last night even, whereas people are Googling stuff, and a lot of the short sale stuff that's coming up is from 2010. People that wrote books from way back when. So my book is going to be beyond fresh. And we're going to add a whole chapter of COVID-19. Yeah, that was loud as hell, bro. We're gonna do a whole chapter of COVID-19, and we're gonna throw it into the book because I think people need to understand, like, this was something that literally brought the economy almost to a complete halt. And that's something that's important. So when someone says to me, oh, you can ride that for X amount of time and then it's going to be over. Why? Why does it have to be over? Just because there's not an overabundance of something? So I want to ask you, obviously you've been following me for a while. You understand the concept of short sales. We've talked about it. You know that you said that if you had come across something, you bring it to me, we would work it together. So I have this page, Short Sale 101, Short Sales 101 page on Facebook, and it's a private group. What would you say to somebody that doesn't know me, that wants to know about short sales? What is your impression of what my team does?
First thing I'd say is reach out to you. Like I would say, reach out to you, get access to that page, because you, like you said, you take your time, you pay the dividends forward, and give access to this enlightening information that we all need. I'll be the first to say it's frustrating to me, but that's because I didn't know. When you know, something then becomes from frustrating to understanding, and that's all it is a need for the understanding of a short sale. It's hard, you're dealing with people's loss. People's short sales aren't regular sales because you're dealing with the frantic notion of you need to sell. You're dealing with the high percentage of emotional distress. Then you got the ultimate trifecta of a relationship that went sour due to financial situations, divorce happening, short sale, them getting shit on with a bad agency experience. So now it's like you have everything against you, and you need to knock down cement barriers, steel closed barriers, to get these people to a successful short sale and a successful save face type of thing. Because it's not like you're forgiven on a short sale. You're just forgiven the portion, and you save face on your credit. We all know your credit is everything. I never knew that till I got into real estate. That right. your credit is your identity.
100%. So one of the things that I'm doing now, where I'm making a little bit of a push, is on my Instagram account. That if somebody wants to follow me, they can follow me on Instagram, Short Sale Savage. You'll see my face on it. And I'm going to start doing some more tidbits on there, stuff like that. Another thing of point.
Oh, I forgot. You got to come. Yeah, at the nose, right? Oh, above the nose. Yeah, there you go.
Well, you get out. But see, look, right? So when I swing that finger, when I swing it like that, I'm not only shattering it, but I am cutting glass, bro. Because boom, look at that. You see it? If you clock that, that's coming in almost 200 miles an hour, bro. That thing will take you down.
Take you down.
I'll take you straight out. But so the group itself was obviously put in place because we want to help as many people as we can. And not many people look at short sales as something that can be considered a lucrative industry. But I have to tell you, I talk with agents now on a daily basis. And I don't talk with people just in New Jersey. I'm talking with people all over the United States. And it's funny to get their take. Like one thing I posted on the group, and I asked people, would they want to know if bankruptcy absolutely stops, you from losing your property? And I said, if I get 50 likes or comments, we'll do a thing on it. So right now, I'm actually building it out. I have two bankruptcy attorneys that are going to be on it, and they're excited. I'm trying to get 2 other ones from different states. So it's not going to be just New Jersey. We're going to have bankruptcy attorneys from different states on Short Sale 101, and we're going to talk about, what bankruptcy is, what bankruptcies are used for, what can you do with the bankruptcy. It's so important that people understand what their options are, because people are always like, oh my God, I'm losing my house. There's nothing I can do. In the end, you've tried everything else, and you really want to go for it, and you have other debt, or maybe you don't have other debt. The best thing to do is get a consultation with a bankruptcy attorney that understands really what's going to happen or what could happen for you. So I say people should go to the Short Sale 101 page, and I appreciate that you endorsed that, and that people should definitely take a look at it. One thing I want to cover, you have your marketing, and you're marketing your own way. Kind of like Frank did. He did it his way. So, and maybe you want to do a spoof for that song. You did it your way. You did it, the real estate way, the marketing way, or whatever. People look at other individuals and they're like, oh, he ripped that off from so and so, or I remember that line, or I understand the concept that he's talking about. I hate to burst people's bubble. But in the end, every concept and idea that anybody's ever had since the original freaking tire was made was reinvented and was better. It was made better. So if somebody has a concept and you can build off that platform and you can make it better, it's amazing. Look, you've got Brad Lee. Do you know who Brad Lee is?
No.
You don't? You know who Grant Cardone is?
Yeah.
Grant Cardone uses Brad Lee's platform to show his courses, his marketing. Everything that he does on social media is off of, from what I understand, Brad Lee's platform.
Didn't know that.
Now, do you know Jay Duran from Culture Matters?
Yeah, his book his book's good, and he's a great motivational. He's got a story, man. His story is definitely motivating.
His story is completely off the chain. But see, now Jay worked with Brad Lee. Jay actually did some training with Brad Lee. He did some motivational stuff for his team. So inadvertently, right? Here's a guy who's amazing on top. Here's another guy who's amazing on top at a different level. Here's another guy who's amazing on top on a different level. So the other thing is, I don't look at people as competition. People should look at others as opportunity. And I think that is the main reason why people eventually get burnt out and leave an industry, because they're always in competition. But I think you understand that your only real competition that you have
is yourself. And that's why, like, I don't do this competition shit. Like, it's not gonna get me anywhere. I do the motivation. Like, Peter, Dr. Real Estate, did a lot of videos, and he actually, jump started that little idea, and I just ran with it and evolved it. Like, I use my mental, my tactics, and, like, for instance, the song, "Oh my God, I have a house that's right. Take my hand and please just stand right by my side. Open rooms and spaces, what you'll find." It's about the house, so when I was writing the song, the melody just fit the house. Every house has its feel. Every house has its melody, its song. And I said, how can we not be cheesy, but how can we write something that's about my clients and the house? Oh my God, I have a house that's right. We're agents. We're supposed to, oh shit. I took the notes on my client. I have a house for you. That's right. You want open concept. You want finished basement. Finished basement's what you'll find, with the laundry. Open concept bedrooms. And then I've had my forte was I want my clients, the sellers in it. Why? Because I want to now touch the family structure. So I'm adhering to several different types of buyers in the marketing. If you really break it down, everything has its own scheme. A lot of people saw it as just a music video, but if you analyze and dissected the whole music video, I touched upon investors who could possibly see this as a house rental, people who need to envision space, the families with my clients because my clients were with their families there. My counterpart who sang with me, the female Pearl Garcia, had her daughter, so now I touched upon the hearts of mothers. Finished basement and garage. I touched on fathers or the male figure who like the man cave, and then within the video I showed different clips of the staging. So now I'm touching upon the staging, how we present a house. So everything boiled into one gives you that picture, that depiction of what can be if you just take a chance and stand by my side and let me guide you to the end. So everything has its goal. Like I gotta feel it. It took me an hour to write that song. Chorus, hook, chorus, hook, and 2 verses. Because I never keep things above. It's got to be like 4 minutes or below because then you lose the audience. This was, I believe, like 3 minutes and change, and it touched the right spots at the right time. But with that being said, you tie everything into it. Everything that we've spoken about so far plays a part in this industry and in life. Cohesiveness, ethics, morals, values, being different, being confident, being ethically and morally sound, knowing that there is always someone better than you, but you have to be in your own lane to get there,
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. So, I don't normally put myself out there like this, but I know you're the singing realtor. So I'm going to challenge you, man. I'm going to challenge you right now on live for a freestyle challenge. You versus me. You're going to go first, and then I'm going to go first. But it's got to be about me.
Gotta be about you? All right. Okay.
I'm going to count it down. 3, 2, 1.
So I'm sitting here on my phone with the magic finger on his own, Mr. Math and all, Mr. AKA Savage on the short sale. He puts his clients first. Why does he do that? To make sure they're saving close. He beats the competition and he owns the banks. He does it with the team and does it like he's the top rank. Oh, it's your boy.
All right. I like that. I like that. I'm going to pull a little music into mine.
Let's go.
Hold on. Let me just mute out for a sec. Hold on. All right, you ready?
You gotta have fun, man.
I didn't say I was gonna sing, but here we go.
Okay, let me get that rap. Let me hear that rap.
Again, party on, party people, let me hear some noise. DC's in the house, jump, rejoice. There's a party over here, a party over there. Wave your hands in the air, shake your hair in the air. These 3 words when you get in the same quote. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there it went.
Awesome.
Listen, Ant, I love having you on today. You're a very entertaining person. Anybody who's looking for a real estate agent, who's looking for that special twist, something that's completely different, out of the realm. You're only licensed in the state of New Jersey, right?
Correct.
You're only licensed in the state of New Jersey. Right now, you are parked with Keller Williams, Park Views, located in Rutherford, New Jersey.
Correct.
Shout out to, I think, one of your boys down there. I don't know if you know him personally. You know a guy named, you know Al Donahue?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tell him the Hebrew Hammer said, what's up?
The Hebrew Hammer, a.k.a. Mr. Short Sale Savage. Ooh, what? Let me find out. Let me find
Let me down with the guy who gets that shit done every day. So I got.
Yes, sir. You muted yourself.
Did I mute myself?
Yeah, now I hear you.
All right, cool. You guys should reach out to Anthony. You can reach him direct. You could call, you text him on his cell phone. It's 631-295-0170. That's Anthony Joseph Rivera. Or you can email him at ajrivera
Ooh.
92086 at Gmail. That's ajrivera 92086 at gmail.com. And obviously the links are listed on the video. You can go back, you can watch it, you see some of the stuff that he's done. This is Matt Merrill from Real Estate Recovery Group. Monday through Friday, we are bringing people of interest in real estate. And listen, as long as it's attached to real estate, I don't care what it is. You know, you could be a performer of whatever kind, but you have to be affiliated with real estate. We like to laugh. He already knows where I'm going with it.
You can call me on my cell phone.
Yeah. Call him on his cell phone. You can reach out. Guys, look, if you want to reach out to us, obviously we're doing stuff and we're live streaming Monday through Friday, but we also have shows on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Tuesdays and Thursday nights, we're actually going to be changing the format up. One night, we're going to have a guest on and we're going to get down and dirty, but on the other night, oh, yeah, bro, we get our freak on. And then on the other night, we're probably going to be switching the format to more of a market watch and letting people know what's going on in the real estate community as far as distressed real estate, so people understand, because we're always getting instant messages and they're asking us questions, and we'll do part of it as far as education, and the other stuff will be answering the questions, and people can tune in and listen to the questions.
Absolutely.
So, at the end of every show, I ask my guests if they would be able to emulate, my famous short sale finger point. So I'm gonna throw it at you right now. Let me see what you got, bro. Yeah. So you almost had it. Nah, man.
Some reason you're able to keep it straight. Like my shit. You see? Hold on. Do it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 7. I'm gonna give you 7.5.
Fuck! I want the 8, 10. Hold on.
Nah, bro. Nah.
That was a 10. That was a 10.
I'm gonna tell you what. What's it? Rod Khan from Khan Attorneys and Associates. Yesterday, I think he nailed it, bro. He got like an 8.
Oh.
He nailed it. Yeah. I mean, don't feel bad, man. I've had people as low as 3.5. They're like, whatever.
Well, you know what? Who can sing like me?
Not too many people, but apparently now I can sing. We don't talk about that part. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. This is a Real Estate Recovery Group live streaming, and we will see you very soon. Hold on one second.